All right, let me get the house cleaning out of the way. Please give this channel a chance, and please give my other channels a chance. Please consider channel memberships and or super chats or any other ways to help the channel. Thank you. Let us get to the main topic. And it is a weird, difficult topic on several levels, and unfortunately, I am implicated in a way, so I want to be as forthcoming as I can be with due respect to privacy. So, I guess the basic place to start is Zero Dark Tony and Dana, or Rotting Jewels, had these collaborations together for years and years, and then she separated from Zero Dark Tony, which she's right to do, and she's accused Zero Dark Tony of basically, well, she did give the money, I think, voluntarily, so that's a big problem. But anyway, she basically gave Zero Dark Tony $10,000, and she admits it was a stupid decision. She regrets it. And Zero Dark Tony has paid her back, but it's been a very small amount of money. So both sides have now become very bitter, very hateful, and spiteful. And I give Dana a lot of points that when criticizing back a few years ago some of the corruption with SPTV and the ex-Scientologist, she was very careful, even though she is a woman, to say, I'm not going to bring that up. Although clearly some women were being abused and manipulated, and saying, let's just deal with the facts and let's just try to be rational about it. Okay, that made sense. And she was then charging Zero Dark Tony with being abusive. I was like, okay, that's fine too. Again, Dark Tony is an adult, and as he likes to remind us, he has legal representation. Alrighty then, so it just seems like, okay, hopefully this will be settled through a civil court. And again, let's be fair, both sides were doing a lot of propaganda. But then, I think something happened where Dana, in my eyes, did cross a line. And as they say, karma's gonna karma. So what happened? Well, and again, this is an allegation. I did not hear this for myself. I did not see this for myself, so I cannot affirm this, but it seems very likely. Now, I've seen another confirmed case by this guy, so it does seem likely. So what happened? Well, apparently, Crackhead Kenny, who for a long time was supporting Dana against Zero Dark Tony. So we had to do the Zero Dark Tony because all goes back to Dana's war against Zero Dark Tony. And hey, let's again be fair. Zero Dark Tony has his own vendettas. So, okay, if she wants to have a vendetta against Zero Dark Tony, that's fine. What my problem is, she is kind of endangering the integrity of her research. Now, her early research is still very strong, very powerful on SPTV and the Process Church. I'm not going to take that away from her. She's done a lot, but her more recent thing has keeps drifting into some pretty wacky, weird, stupid territory, and she's trying to have it both ways. So the basic problem here is DOA, Streets, and Kenny were supporting her for a while. So me being stupid and naive, I asked, well, this doesn't make any sense, right? If your issue with Zero Dark Tony is he's toxic, whatever, sexist, misogynistic, abusive, and as a woman you feel endangered, that don't add up, right? Because a lot of women have accused, and I'm being generous with accused with YouTube because that's how YouTube works. It's kind of a confirmed fact that they do have female victims. Streets LA has female victims. DOA has female victims. And now Crackhead Kenny seems to have a few female victims. I mean, ironically, Dana is one of them. So the accusation is that Crackhead Kenny threatened Dana with violence. And apparently, to put it mildly, they had a back and forth. And Dana is now blocking Crackhead Kenny. So I'm just going to have a little moment in the sun. And by the way, I'm not that type of person. I don't. I mean, you make a mistake, I make a mistake. However, I got to be the person to say, I told you so. So I warned Dana very directly, and she was very nasty and hostile to me, but I'm telling her, well, these people have a really bad record. Well, one, you're contradicting yourself. And two, the way you're criticizing Zero Dark Tony, I'm being very generous with the word criticism. I'm referring to this weird, notorious propaganda Reddit that apparently she helped create and moderate and then went away. In fact, when I was asking questions like, wait, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? Oh, it's on that Reddit. And I went there, and to put it mildly, the evidence was not very convincing at all. It was very weak evidence. So, I sense the obvious. It's like, and that's fine. It happens. You go from just analyzing propaganda to becoming a propagandist. So now Dana is like, I'm blocking you, Kenny. I'm blocking you, Kenny. But earlier, well, see, there's two steps here. One is I asked her, well, are you supporting these people? She said, no, I'm done with SPT. No. And then she lied. She directly lied to me because a few months later, she admitted she had to because she was caught. She's saying, wait, you've been in these people's chats and you are supporting them. I said, I'm supporting them. So apparently lying is okay when Dana does it. But when other people do it, she gets very self-righteous, saying, you lied to me. Well, apparently lying is okay, so don't get upset. Don't get upset with deception. Don't get upset with misrepresentation. You're okay with lying. And she was more than happy to accept these people's help when they were doing her propaganda. Because Kenny and DOA were supporting her against Zero Dark Tony for their own purposes. But then DOA and Streets had a falling out. Right, Kenny is still with DOA. And as I say, the world keeps on turning. So now the agenda keeps shifting. So now maybe they don't like Dana as much as they did. But Dana did embrace it because DOA did this silly little homage one day and she was chuckling and even put a post about it. And there we go. So it's always, whose side are you on with the propaganda? But now why do I say that the accusation with Kenny is credible? Because I'm totally independent. I have no connection to any of these people. Well, this I did hear, and I did see it for myself. And it's a little weird. He didn't technically threaten her directly, but there is the implication. So Kenny, being very cute, I'm not going to say too many details about Jenna Miscavige, because unlike her, I'm trying to be a good, decent person. I may fail, but at least I give it a try. So Jenna and Aaron are doing all kinds of weird propaganda together against DOA. So Kenny, who's a DOA ally, hinted that Aaron may want to watch what he says. Because, when you're out of town, poor Jenna's by herself. And it would be a real shame if something happened to her. Alrighty then. And I don't think he was playing around. I don't think he was jovial. I don't think that was a parody. He was straight out implying that Aaron needs to watch himself and watch his mouth, or something bad may happen. Because DOA is accusing Aaron and Jenna directly of trying to put him in jail. Now, we don't know that. We just don't. At this point, DOA is facing serious charges from the prosecutor in California. Now, did Jenna and Aaron help them? We don't know. We honestly don't know. Definitely, Aaron is happy that DOA was arrested. The DOA may be facing jail. At the very least, there will be a serious legal case against them. Aaron is very joyful that DOA may go to prison. And there we are. Now, this is all types of insanity. So, do I know for a fact Kenny threatened Dana? No. But I would tell Dana two things. First, stop exaggerating how truthful you are. Stop exaggerating. You're this demon slayer. You're this super sexy, intellectual truth teller who is finally going to reveal the truth about the Illuminati or world conspiracy or whatever. You're a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. You're trying to make money. I'm trying to make money. That's all there is to it. Second of all, stop gatekeeping. You liked Kenny when he was doing your propaganda. Now that he's not doing the propaganda, no, I need to block you. Oh, I need to block you. Dana, you can block people, but then you're doing propaganda. And just be truthful about what you're doing. You're being a propagandist, right? As long as people agree with you, they're welcome. Whenever they have too many alarming questions, I need to block you. Yeah, you're gonna blah blah blah. Well, listen, I warned you. I warned you about these type of people, and you ignored me. And there you go. You're the one who invited Kenny in. And the only reason is he hated Zero Dark Tony. Right? That's membership into the Dana Club. Do you hate Zero Dark Tony? Yes. Do you love my propaganda? Yes. You're welcome. And there you are. So, karma is a thing. Maybe look that up in the Google if you can, Dana. But still, this is alarming in terms of escalation. The dilemma is I really can't defend Jenna or Aaron too much because they have. They've been caught many times doing the same thing, hinting at threats, right? If you step out of line with their propaganda, they keep hinting, there may be a lawsuit, or the police may be called, or something bad may happen to you and your channel, or you and your family. And it is not subtle, right? When DOA started to criticize Aaron, Jenna straight up said, "You're David Miscavige. You need to go away," right? And when DOA yelled correctly that Aaron was an abuser of women, Jenna got mad. She was like, "How dare you? That's not the propaganda anymore. Aaron is good now. Yes, I said he was abusive, but now he's good. That's the new propaganda." So it's all getting really sick and convoluted. But I try to maintain consistency. I don't think it's a good idea to put a mildly threaten women online, explicitly or implicitly. It's not a good idea. At the same time, Aaron and Jenna they polarized the community and introduced predators and even protected the predators for a long time. So they've created a very ugly space that created the conditions for people like DOA and Kenny. Kenny and DOA were fine as long as they were doing the propaganda, Nimkiss, or I love Jenna, I love Aaron's. But then they start asking questions, or they're not following the propaganda. They need to call it. Yeah, how dare you? How dare you threaten my Jenna? That's my job. If anyone's going to threaten the Jenna, that's me. That's Aaron Smith Levin's. So there you go. So apparently Kenny broke ranks in the new Sea Org. God, oh my God. These people, how dare they? Yelling and screaming and threatening the Jennas. There's only one man who can do that now. It's me, the Presidente of SPTV Foundations. That is who is authorized in the Aaron policies to do that. Yeah, okay, whatever. The basic gist is these propagandists are trying to destroy each other. At least Jenna, I thought, could be redeemed, but she's acting pretty horrible and nasty herself. So I don't approve of what Kenny's up to, but you are the one who created this atmosphere, right? And we warned you several times, and we tried to give you a chance a few months ago, but you slapped us in the face. So it's like, okay, this is your headache now. You deal with it. I don't care anymore. Good luck.